Director, and welcome you everybody to this event this evening with Bloomberg UTV and Cisco present Redefining TelePresence In-Person Experiences for all. Now let's give you a brief as to what we're talking about today. Cisco, our partner for the evening, is a worldwide leader in networking that transforms how people connect, communicate and collaborate. Bloomberg UTV on its part is one of India's leading financial news channels and also part of the world's biggest financial news network. So let's start off by telling you what we've got lined up. Now through various discussions and presentations today, we'll get to know how Cisco basically is driving telepresence both from the boardroom to the desktop. That's going to be one talking point this evening. Apart from that, we'll also be talking as to how Cisco is extending telepresence to all companies of all sizes, maybe a large cap, maybe a small or a medium enterprise. That's going to be the other talking point which we'll be highlighting right now. And apart from that, we'll also be talking about how Cisco is expanding telepresence beyond meeting and other avenues. These are going to be some of the talking points for the next couple of hours at this. On that note, now let me also welcome Mike Kisch, Director of TelePresence Marketing at Cisco, deliver the keynote address via telepresence from Cisco's US office. Mike, it's over to you if you can hear me. Mike?
I'm here.
Okay.
I've appeared.
The floor is yours.
Great. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I am joining you right now from San Jose. It is almost 6 a.m. in the morning. I'd like to give you a little bit of an overview of essentially where we've been. This past October, we celebrated the 5th year anniversary of the introduction of telepresence. So the whole idea around telepresence was the ability to deliver in-person experiences over great distances, to be able to bring people together to communicate and collaborate in ways they hadn't been able to in the past. Over the course of the past 5 years, Cisco has single-handedly built global awareness of telepresence. So through introductions into television programming like 30 Rock and 24, through our own advertising campaigns, we've really imprinted upon the public consciousness the concept of telepresence and the ability for people to be able to have in-person experiences. Several years ago, we enabled our first service provider partners to be able to deliver their own hosted telepresence offering. We now have 14 service providers across the world who are delivering their own services to their end customers. And this is incredibly important because it's a critical enabler to making sure that telepresence is an experience that can be delivered on a global scale. In 2010, we acquired Tandberg. And the combination of Cisco and Tandberg gave us an unparalleled portfolio and ability to really take telepresence to the next level. And as of right now, we have about 52% share of the overall marketplace for telepresence, and approximately 75% of the Fortune 500 are currently using Cisco TelePresence. As we look to the future, it's no longer about redefining video conferencing. We've done that. It's about redefining telepresence and delivering in-person experiences to all. It's worth remembering what really made telepresence such an important and compelling innovation when it first came out. It was really the first technology that was able to bring people together over great distances, yet still capture the essence of what it was like to be in the same room with someone. The combination of incredibly high-quality video, spatial audio, the ability to initiate a meeting with a single touch of a button, that drove this initial experience, and it drove utilization of the technology in ways that video conferencing was never able to experience previously. It literally delivered what we term the power of in-person, the ability for people to connect, communicate, and collaborate in ways that previously they could only do when they were physically in the same place together. So while it was a compelling technology, even more important was the impact that ultimately it had on our customers' business. So several years ago, this really started about trying to reduce travel costs and trying to reduce carbon emissions. That was the original reason for why people really adopted this technology. It was the original reason how they justified the actual investment. What we've seen over the course of the last 18 months is a very, very significant shift in the conversation. So it's no longer just about saving money on travel. It's about literally optimizing the way that employees are working together on a global basis. It's enhancing employee life-work balance. It's speeding decision-making. It's enabling organizations to take those experts that they have anywhere in the world and be able to make them accessible to anyone else within their business as well as outside of their business at a moment's notice. And it's about accelerating time to market. Whether you're the creator and deliverer of a service, the manufacturer of a product, we are now seeing our customers shrink the time it takes them to develop those capabilities, those services and products, and then bring them to market. And this has huge revenue impact on our customers. And then finally, it is literally transforming the very way that many of our customers run their businesses. So we see customers who are literally redefining how they engage with their customers and deliver a customer experience to them. You could walk into a retailer in certain parts of the world, and if you want to get advice on how to redesign a kitchen or how to determine the right selection of colors to paint a wall, you can use TelePresence to talk to that expert. They no longer have to physically be in the store. They're now virtually available to you over TelePresence. We're also seeing people unify their supply chain. So be able to take supply chains that span the entire globe and bring them together to decrease the cost of manufacturing and, once again, to increase the time or increase the speed of bringing products to market. And here are just a couple of examples we're seeing. So if we look at someone like an HSBC, we saw them just in a single month reduce their travel costs by over $600,000. If you look at someone like Volkswagen, Volkswagen right now is using TelePresence to train their mechanics on the latest and greatest techniques, on the latest and greatest technology to enable them to be able to reduce their repair time by as much as 50%, which not only saves them money, but it also translates into significantly higher end-user customer satisfaction. We're seeing people accelerate decision-making like Statoil. Statoil is a Norwegian energy company, and they have a number of oil rigs that are in the Norwegian Sea, and they've now linked those oil rigs to the mainland, and they're able to bring access experts on the mainland to advice direction to the people on the rigs. So when they're drilling for new oil opportunities, when there's potential breakdowns in equipment, things that previously used to take 2 months to resolve can now be resolved in 2 weeks. And this is, once again, important. There are real dollars associated with these benefits. A company like Statoil is able to find new oil deposits more quickly. They're able to translate those deposits into revenue more quickly. And then finally, in the area of transformed business models, we have a very good example of a company called Specialist on Call. So they've been able to work with stroke victims. And because they can deliver what they're seeing is 3 times the average success rate in treating those stroke victims. So this is a fantastic example of, once again, TelePresence having a transformative impact on the very way that our companies deliver their services, their products to their customers. And in this instance, people's lives are actually at risk, and TelePresence is helping ensure that they have access to better care, and they have access to a better prognosis and a better path to recovery.